Hello my friends, HM here. I make videos about topics that are important for whether the future of humanity will be better or worse. I admire Elon Musk for being the greatest engineer alive today, and he is also one of the most intelligent persons alive. However, all that greatness can be outright dangerous for the rest of us unless you have good judgment of what is right and wrong and you have good intentions. Warren Buffett, the legendary investor, once said that when you hire new people, you want to get the most intelligent people, of course, but more importantly, you want to get the good and loyal people. Being good and loyal is more important than being intelligent because there's nothing more destructive for a company or a country than a highly intelligent being with bad intentions. This is why I think it's important to talk about Elon Musk's intentions and whether they are good or bad. To be clear, in my opinion, Elon Musk is an overwhelmingly good person, but as of late he has made two worrisome statements about Ukraine and Taiwan that has made me question whether he is entirely good. I discussed that briefly in this video, my number 14 video. That is a brief clip from a much longer video, number 7, that can be found by following a link below this video. With that said, let's get to it. It's my belief here that the only way for mostly good countries to prevent war and not getting attacked is to have more and better weapons than the countries that are mostly evil. And I don't think anyone likes this answer to prevent war and preserve peace, that you need a really strong army. But I think it's the truth, and I think history is evidence that it is the truth. This is also why I think that SpaceX, being a company that's incorporated in a mostly good country, aka United States of America, with a mostly good CEO, aka Elon Musk, can help to create a better future for humanity by making superior weapons in defense of mostly good countries like NATO and Ukraine. And then you can say, well, but Elon Musk is not good. He sometimes says some evil stuff. Yeah, but this is my philosophy that you cannot expect that any of us are entirely good. I was disappointed when I heard Elon Musk proposed a peace proposal for Ukraine that sounded like it was out of the playbook from Russia. And I thought that was bad judgment, and that made me doubt that he was all good. And also another thing he have said recently that disappointed me enormously is that he thought that Taiwan should be part of China, and that's how that conflict should be solved with China. I think it should be up to the Taiwanese people to decide themselves whether they will be part of a Chinese country or not. And quite frankly, I don't think they want to be part of China because they have democracy and free speech in Taiwan, and people in China do not have that. They live actually in an authoritarian state, and Taiwan does not. So I'm pretty sure that Taiwan will not voluntarily join China. But anyway, of course, if they do it someday, go for it. Nobody should prevent a mutually, voluntarily merger of China and Taiwan. But it should definitely not be forced. That's my opinion. And I also think that's Musk's opinion. Maybe he just said it because, he wants to protect his investments in China. Because I think the minute he say that Taiwan should not be Chinese, then they'll just take his factory in Shanghai and that'll be the end of Tesla in China. So that might be the reason. Now, before we end this chapter here, I'd like to mention two quotes that I found that captures what I'm talking about quite well. And the first quote here is from Edmund Burke, who said, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing." Thought that was a powerful way of stating it. And another quote here I found, that's from Ronald Reagan. And I hope that all the Democrats watching this in the United States don't shut down and say, I don't want to hear what that man said because he's a Republican. That's how I don't hope that the world will develop. We should listen to each other in a democracy because even though you don't agree with everything a person said, maybe there's something that person said that you can agree with. And I really hope that we can all agree with this statement here. We know only too well that war comes not when the forces of freedom are strong, but when they are weak. It is then that tyrants are tempted. I think that's very true. Okay, that's the end of this chapter. Then I have a slide with some sources and attribution. Before finishing, I would like to elaborate a little on why I'm disappointed by Musk's remarks regarding Ukraine. Musk essentially proposed a peace plan that would reward Russia with Ukraine territory and people in return for ending the war. That's not a peace plan. That's a recipe for more war everywhere because it rewards military aggression. There should be zero reward for military aggression because it opens up the Pandora's box for endless wars everywhere. Moreover, it shows that Musk has little empathy for the suffering of the Ukrainian people who are being murdered and driven from their homes on a massive scale involving millions of people. And I know, because right outside of my door, I live here in Copenhagen, I see refugees from Ukraine everywhere. The war in Ukraine can only end when Ukraine has got all their territory back and all their people back, and Russia has gained zero for their aggression. After that, peace can be preserved by making Ukraine a member of NATO and also a member of the European Union. The Ukrainian economy will be rebuilt as an integral part of Europe with zero ties to the Russian economy. Russia is history. However, I still believe Musk is a predominantly good person doing predominantly good things for the world, and it takes a lot more than a few lapses of good judgment for me to change my perception of Elon Musk. If you like this video, I'll be grateful if you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. It will help me to make better videos for you and also others in the future. Also, the longer video that today's video number 14 is part of can be viewed by clicking the link in this thumbnail or link below. Thank you for watching my video. I wish you a healthy and fulfilling life in freedom and democracy.